Welcome back to IB Bites. Our focus today is on an IB Literature Past Paper 1 from November 2024. The passage is from a short story by Alani Apio called Ka Hoi Ana, which is Hawaiian for the returning. There is an exemplar essay response that you can access for free under the blog section of my website. The excerpt is brief, only 6 short paragraphs in length, and so you may be wondering if there's enough analysis here to fill an entire essay. And there is, even more than enough, in fact, which I will show you. Let's take a look at the head note. At the top, it states the main character is Alan and that he has returned to Hawaii, his homeland, from California. And the scene takes place shortly after his grandmother hears that he tried to kill a shark. This detail is particularly significant because sharks are considered sacred in Hawaiian culture, and Alan's transgression reveals the tension or struggle a person goes through between personal choices and cultural values. Okay, let's begin annotating the first paragraph with that in mind, the tension between Alan and his environment. The excerpt begins with Alan feeling judged for what he did. The quote, "Nothing was said all evening." The use of the passive voice here omits who is responsible for the judgment, implicitly personifying the silence and giving it a sense of power, as though it is actively judging Alan for his transgression and shaping the atmosphere with its oppressive weight. In the next sentence, the verb sat at emphasizes Alan's sense of detachment or reluctance in this situation. By sitting at the table, he is physically present but emotionally unengaged. He's on the boundary, not fully participating in an emotionally reciprocal interaction with his grandmother. Adding to that interpretation is the adjective small in the phrase small table, indicating the close physical proximity between Alan and his grandmother, heightening Alan's discomfort as the short distance between them forces him to confront her disapproval directly, making his guilt feel even more immediate and inescapable. Moreover, the Hawaiian word luau ties the food directly to Alan's cultural identity. The food isn't just nourishment, it's a symbol of the heritage he feels he has betrayed, making his guilt all the more inescapable. In the third sentence, the different conjunctions here, but, and so, reflect the push and pull of conflicting emotions, with but highlighting contrast and connecting obligation to discomfort, and so revealing the inevitable surrender of duty. This structure mirrors the ebb and flow of Alan's inner turmoil. Furthermore, the metaphor, the bowl of guilt, suggests that eating dinner represents his guilt as he consumes it not out of desire, but out of obligation, with each bite reflecting his uncomfortable emotions. Before we move on, please do take a moment to share this video with someone you think might benefit from the information. Together we can make a difference. All right, in the next sentence, both personification and hyperbole convey the character's overwhelming guilt, with everything suggesting total rejection, screamed evoking intense emotional impact, and the personification emphasizing his alienation from a space that should feel like home. In this sentence, the bare bulb, an exposed, unshaded light hanging over Alan's head, symbolizes the harsh truth or judgment, as its stark illumination leaves nothing hidden and fully exposed, or leaving Alan fully exposed in that kitchen. Also, the personified bulb's yellow The personified bulb's yelling intensifies as Alan feels the guilt of being accused. In the next line, the personification of the family photographs through onomatopoeic mumbled, suggesting continuous background criticism, and the critical tone conveyed through the judgmental term stupid, reflecting self-judgment, extend Alan's sense of judgment to his familial community. In the last two sentences, the metaphor invasion portrays Alan as a foreign attacker in a space where he doesn't belong. The possessive grandmother's world emphasizes that she owns and belongs to this culture, underscoring his disconnection. And the repetition of every move stresses how unwelcome he feels. Similarly, the simile, every mouthful he took felt like stealing, compares eating to doing something wrong, showing his guilt at taking part in a culture he feels isn't his. Here's the analysis in paragraph form. Note that, not that you would want to analyze and extract paragraph by paragraph. But for those who do, here's an example of how that analysis would look in paragraph form. Note that this paragraph begins with a clearly stated topic in the opening sentence, namely how Alan feels disconnected. Note also that that topic is restated in the closing sentence. In fact, it introduces the authorial intention, here in purple. The authorial intention explains the reason the author is focusing on cultural disconnection. Specifically, the author is highlighting that emotional toll that arises from cultural disconnection. Thank you for watching and happy analyzing. Don't forget to check out the essay under the blog section of my website.